Are we recording? We are, great. Okay, good afternoon. It is Thursday, September 5th, 2024, and this is the zoning administrator hearing for the city of South San Francisco. My name is Adina Friedman, and I will be serving as the zoning administrator for this hearing. On today's agenda, we have one item. I will ask the project planner, who is Christy Usher, to present their item in just a minute, and we will hear an overview of the project, after which we will open the public hearing and invite the applicant to present any additional information they have on the project. We don't take minutes of these meetings. However, the meeting is being recorded, which serves as our administrative record. So we will ask that you please state your name for the record when speaking. After the applicant has an opportunity to present, any members of the public that wish to comment may do so by letting the clerk know that you would like to make a comment, and I will call on you. Once we have received public input, we will close the public hearing portion of this meeting. Once the public hearing is closed, this ends the public input for that item, and letters or testimony received up to this point will be part of the administrative record. The purpose of this meeting will be to gather information, receive public testimony, and ask questions about the project. A preliminary decision will be rendered at this hearing today, and a formal letter of approval or disapproval will follow. Zoning administrator decisions are documented in a letter called a notice of action. There is a 15-day appeal period that starts from the date shown on the notice of action. If you have any questions about appeals, the appeal process, or the outcome of your hearing, please talk to Christy, me, or the city clerk. Appeals that are not filed properly cannot be accepted. There is a nominal fee and paperwork that needs to be filed with the city clerk. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? No. Great. Okay. So item number 1 is consideration and approval of applications for a minor use permit and design review to install wireless communications facilities at 1333 Veterans Boulevard in the Business Technology Park High zoning district, in accordance with Title 20 of the South San Francisco Municipal Code and determination that the project is categorically exempt under the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA Guidelines Class 3, Section 1503. With that, I am going to open the public hearing, and I will ask Christy to give a staff report.
Great, thank you, zoning administrator. For the record, I am Christy Usher, senior planner for the city of South San Francisco. For the zoning administrator's consideration and approval today, our application for a minor use permit and design review to install and conceal 6 antennas and associated equipment on the roof and in the rooftop signage of the existing AC Hotel, which is located at 1333 Veterans Boulevard, which is in the Business Technology Park Zone District, which is adjacent to the US 101 freeway and existing biotech campuses. The project is not located in or nearby a residential district. The project is consistent with the city's zoning ordinance in that the proposed antennas and associated equipment satisfy both the city's design and location preferences outlined in the zoning code, because they are not readily visible and are completely concealed from view by screening and architectural integration of the antennas and equipment into the signage of the AC Hotel by design and colors. The project is consistent with the city's general plan, business, and technology park land use designation by providing opportunities for continued evolution of the city's economy from manufacturing, warehousing, and distribution to technology and biotech, in that the proposed wireless facility will provide improved coverage and continued support for the biotech campuses in the facility, as well as those traveling on nearby Highway 101. In July of 2024, the city's design review board reviewed the proposal and was in support of the design and the proposed facility. The DRB inquired about the involvement of the AC Hotel Administration in the design concept that was presented as shown here. And the applicant confirmed the design and plans were vetted and approved by the AC Hotel Management. The proposed project is exempt from environmental review because it is a minor new construction of small structures. And the project meets the FCC guidelines for RF exposure. Additionally, areas immediately adjacent to the antennas and equipment will be restricted and posted with signage as detailed in the conditions of approval. For the record, condition of approval number A8 has been deleted. It read, to protect emergency response personnel, each facility shall have an on-site emergency kill switch to de-energize all radio frequency circuits and components on the site. This condition of approval has been deleted because both the city's fire and police departments have confirmed this requirement is not necessary for safety concerns or compliance. In conclusion, the minor use permit and design review applications are consistent with the city's zoning code, general plan, safety and design standards for wireless facilities. Therefore, staff recommends that the zoning administrator make the determination that the project is exempt under CEQA and approve the minor use permit and design review application subject to the conditions of approval. Thank you.
Thanks, Christy. Okay, so with that, I will ask if there is a presentation from the applicant.
Yes, hi, good afternoon.
Thank you.
My name is Hannah Boris with Wireless Policy Group. I'll be presenting on behalf of T-Mobile today. With me as well, I have Andrea Kahatsu with the CBR Group, whose firm completed the original application. I have a very brief presentation, and then of course, we're both available for any questions that you might have.
It's a little.
Oh,
touchscreen. Different. Okay. Didn't know that. Really? No. Okay.
So I just briefly wanted to start with a couple of quick wireless facts. Essentially we were a landline society for 100 years. Over the past 20 years, we've effectively gone wireless. The majority of California households rely solely on wireless devices, and the majority for both personal and emergency communication. And the majority of those devices are smartphones, which place an extraordinary demand on the wireless network, which is why cities like South San Francisco are likely seeing more applications come in. This demand on the network just requires constant network improvement. So those are some of the trends that are driving the network improvements. For this particular site, T-Mobile's service objective is to provide service coverage to sections of Highway 101, buildings to the north, so that would be the northwest, and to the surrounding laboratories and commercial areas within the Oyster Point area. This proposed site is actually intended to replace an old T-Mobile site, which was located, I believe, on Marina Boulevard, which is no longer in service.
We're able to move the screen wherever you are in your way.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We've already went through the proposed design, but all antennas, again, are proposed to be within a 10-foot extension to the existing AC hotel signage. So they're completely screened from view. Here's just a general site plan. So you'll see that the equipment is proposed on the southwest lower portion of the roof, adjacent to existing mechanical equipment and screened behind the existing parapet. So again, the entire facility is entirely screened from public view. As outlined in the staff report, the facility fully complies with South San Francisco's applicable code criteria. In terms of the design preference, this is a tier 1 design, which is the most preferred under the code. The building mounted antennas are completely concealed from view and integrated within the design of the existing non-residential building. The applicant worked since March of 2023 with staff through 5 different design iterations to arrive at the design, which is currently proposed here today. The proposed location is a tier 2 location preference, as it's located in a non-residential district and co-located on an existing building. It's not readily visible from a park or the Bay Trail, and it's not an object that can be identified as a wireless facility when viewed with the naked eye. The project also complies with the height requirements. The aesthetics and design The facility has been located and designed and screened to blend with the surrounding environment. Again, the equipment cabinets are entirely screened from view. We worked closely with the ACE Hotel to confirm the color schemes match with the ACE Hotel and their national design criteria. And the proposed facility will be minimally visible, will not be visually incompatible with nearby structures and would not interfere with any views, again, as it's entirely screened from view. And again, the applicants provided an EME report affirming that the facility will comply with all federal safety standards for our emissions. As outlined by Ms. Usher, the design review board and the chief planner determined the application complies with code section 20.480 and the design guidelines on July 24th. Staff recommends that the zoning administrator approve the minor use permit and design review. We also respectfully request your approval and are available for any questions that you have.
Great, thank you very much. At this time, I will ask if we have any comments from members of the public.
At this time, we have not received any comments.
Okay, great. I am going to close the public hearing. And I do not have any additional questions of staff or the applicant. I think this was a very thorough staff report and presentation. And with that, I am going to approve the minor use permit and design review, accepting the draft conditions of approval as amended, as Christy stated, and under the CEQA guidelines. And we will follow up with an official notice of action. And that is it. Thank you. Adjourn this meeting, and we are going to adjourn this meeting. All right. Thanks.